Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. It's a little late, but figured I'd drop a video anyway. Today we're going to be talking about how to multiply your income on all print-on-demand sites. It's kind of a simple secret, but yet a secret. Right in front of you, you're seeing a design that I created that I actually created multiple different variants of, and I'll actually show you the first one here, and I'll do it in a grid view so you can see the different images of variation that I have. Okay, so I'm showing you here kind of how it looks. Let me just kind of show that for you. And I have a whole bunch of different ones. I have a Kobe one, Kobe Bryant. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger, Superman, Wonder Woman. We have Habib, Conor McGregor, another version of Habib. This is just in different colors. We have the Hulk. We have Goku. At least I think he's Goku. I don't know. I don't watch anime. We have an army soldier, another version of a soldier, and the Wolverine from X-Men. Okay, so we have different characters here. Okay, now I want to talk about variation because variation is one of the elements that can multiply your income and can easily help you scale. And I'll explain. If you guys are familiar, there's this tool here called the Unlimited Photos tool. I want to see if you guys can see this on my camera. Yeah, you can. Okay, the Unlimited Photos tool. And when I search for something like, let's say, Bobcat, okay, there's going to be a whole bunch of different Bobcat type animals photos, right? You could see there are millions of them, literally, okay? There's so many, all right? If I wanted to post one of these, let's just say I took this one, clicked on it, it downloaded, okay? Let's just enlarge it here. Took this image, uploaded it to Redbubble, and somebody bought it on a sticker, okay? What do I know at that point? I know at that point that some element or elements, could be plural, is somehow winning, and the combination of those elements are winning. And what do I mean by the elements? Let's think about everything that we could potentially control in a Redbubble design, for example. And we're going to use Redbubble as an example. It doesn't have to be Redbubble, but let's use it as an example. What are the different elements that we can control? The first element we can control is the design, right? The second element we can control is the title. The third element we can control is the tags. Now, directly speaking, when it comes down to a design, that's exactly what we can control. We can control a few other things, but not necessarily in this design, meaning in the upload process. I could definitely take the design and control the amount of favorites it has. I could definitely take the design and control the amount of sales it has by creating sales from social media, like Instagram, for example. I could do these things. And I might not have 100% control over it, but I do have some behavior over that. I have some impact over that. But when it comes to the upload, like I said, there are those three aspects. You have the design, the tags, and the title. And if I was to create a design, let's just say this one, for example, that has created me a sale, I can create variation to this design that will generate me more sales. And it doesn't have to be in a cringy copycat kind of way. Think about it. This design and this design are pretty much the exact same design. All they have different is a different character in the middle. That's all it is. The concept of the design is the same. The structure of the design is the same, right? The actual design itself, the template in it is the same. Everything in it is exactly the same. In fact, if you were to title these designs, you could theoretically title them the exact same title, which is Legends Aren't Born, They're Built. And that's kind of the tagline for every single one of these designs, right? So from that aspect, how can you actually increase or scale your sales, right? How can you multiply your profits? Well, the easy way to do that is finding the element of differentiation. And this is what we use in the psychological world of ads, right? When we create ads and we create these different ads, what we do is when we create a winning ad, or even sometimes when we feel like we have a winning ad, and even if it's not successful, we run the ad, but sometimes we say, okay, the reason why it may have not worked is X, Y, or Z. The reason why it may have worked is X, Y, or Z. And we know what those things are. We can pinpoint what those things are. It could be the copy. It could be the creative. It could be the conversion landing page. It could be a lot of different things, right? And we could actually test it through metrics, which part is failing, right? So once we do that, we can alter it. We can create a split test and compare those different variations together. So for example, if I created this design, right, I can alter one thing about it, which in this case, let's just say it's the element in the middle, and I can run a split test. I can see how it compares to the results. But in the world of print on demand, we're not necessarily creating ads. We're really creating campaigns that are long-term for the purpose of creating passive income. Whether that passive income be $1 a week, $1 a month, $1 a year, or $1 a day is really irrelevant. But we're looking to make passive income. And let's just say this design here gets a sale a month, one sale a month. For some people, it's a little. For some people, it's a lot. It is what it is. Let's just say it's a sale a month. If it gets one sale a month, that sale could be, let's just say, $4 in value. Let's just assume $4 in value. Well, if I know that this for sure design gets one sale a month, what can I do? The easiest thing I could do to multiply my income. Well, it's a very reasonable question, and it's a very easy answer. I could just simply do more of what already works. You hear in business all the time people say, double down on your wins or double down on what's working, right? And that's what double downing is in this case. So I can go here and I can create this design, right? And I can double down, right? I can triple down. I can create another design, right? And if that's working too, I can create another design, another design, another design. For me personally, guys, when I have one design that's making me money, I don't wait to create only one variation or two variations. I go ahead and create a storm of variations right away because I know that probability controls success when it comes to Redbubble. And I'll explain. If I have one design in the Redbubble store, do I have a big chance of succeeding? The answer is no. Think of it this way. There's 33.9 million designs on Redbubble today. If my one design is in the whole store of 33.9 million results, what's the chance that I can be successful or even make a sale? Let's just assume we're defining success as getting one sale. What's the chance of that? The chance of that is extremely, extremely low, right? That's 1 out of 33.9 million. And even if we break that down from a niche perspective and say that, hey, the customer who's looking is not really caring about all 33 million, maybe they're looking at a certain niche that still has a certain amount. Well, even if we broke down that niche to a much smaller fraction or proportion, it's still going to be quantifiably much, much larger than that one design that I have. Maybe that niche might have 5,000 designs on it. What's one design compared to 5,000? The answer is it's a needle in a haystack. It's not going to be found. And so what you can do is you can, and this is from and when I say it's not going to be found, I really have to correct what I'm saying. It's not going to be found from an organic perspective if you're doing organic only, right? If you're doing social media with your organic, that's a completely different conversation. And I've said this before, but doing social media like Instagram, running the Instagram bot, getting the followers, getting the sales, that is rocket fuel for your business as opposed to just waiting for the sale to happen. So in this case, I'm talking about just assuming that the sale is going to happen, right? Taking out social media, taking out all those concepts. But if you do that, right, you're a needle in a haystack. The chance of success is so low. So if you do potentially have that one design that scored as a needle in a haystack and succeeded, why not turn that needle in a haystack into most of the haystack being needles? Make it a needle stack. You know what I'm saying? So the point here is that when you have a win, you have to figure out ways to multiply it with variation. I get this question a lot, but people say, well, how do I create 40 different variations of an image? It's easy to do, guys. You just have to be a little creative. And this is a perfect example of that, right? So you could see here, the text, the template, everything is the same about these designs. The only difference is the actual design in the middle. That's the only difference, right? And because the design in the middle is different, what does this ensure me? It ensures me niche expansion, right? So if I have this one design, okay, let's open this one up, right? If I have this one design, I can expand on the niche by opening up these other designs, but also keeping the element that makes it successful, right? Whether it be a certain tag that I know will work or a certain element of the design that works well, I can basically take these different elements from my split test that I know work, right? And utilize them to increase my KPIs, my key point indicators, or key performance indicators. And what are my indicators? What are my key performance indicators? Well, in terms of Redbubble or print on demand in general, they're my sales. That's the most important thing. And I've said this before, favorites are cool. Getting more favorites is great because it helps you rank higher, but they're not the same thing as sales. Getting more likes on Instagram is cool, but it's not the same thing as sales. Getting more visitors, more followers, it's all great, but it's not the same thing as sales. Sales, at the end of the day, are what pays the bills. So when you're creating a design, you have to ask yourself, not how do I get more likes or how do I get more visits or how do I get more impressions? How do I get more sales? And creating variation to your designs is an element that can do that for you with extreme emphasis, right? So hopefully this video is useful to you, and hopefully you kind of go out there now and create variations of designs that sell. In fact, you could do this today, right here, right now. Go into your Redbubble store, go into your TeePublic store, go into your Zazzle store, whatever store you have, even Etsy. Doesn't matter what it is. Look at what's already made sales, and then take those designs, take those products, whatever they might be, create a small element of variation to them, and create new ones and sell them again. And that's an easy way, like I said, to create more sales. And the reality is your product probably 99.9% of the time doesn't own 100% market share for that specific searchable niche. So if you don't own 100% market share, which, like I said, is unlikely, you can take more market share by creating more products. So it's just a matter of doing it. All right, guys? Thank you guys for watching. Although this video was simple, I hope it was informative. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, and peace out. Bye.